Hey Baller, Squiggles here, bringing you yet another 2v2 from the EG series. This, of course, is going to feature EG Strifecrow and EG Axelov taking on Mouz Nova and Mouz Tosh. Two people who did not get along in the single player, that is Tosh and Nova, but they have combined forces and switched races because they are Protoss and Zerg working together against the Zerg and Terran threat, that is EG. So Mouz versus EG, and you know what? Terran has this annoying ability, the ability to proxy racks if they want to. You can see there is a barracks coming down right now for EG Axelov in a very, very, very forward position, and this is going to be close, but I don't actually think Nova is going to scout this. No, she is not. I know it's a he, but in the single player it was a she. Okay, so Axelov going to be rallying Marines across. Let's follow this rally line and see just exactly where it's going. Oh, yes, this prime real estate kind of close to the Overlord, the palm tree that's wilty terribly, and what looks to be an old Nintendo system just kind of crashed out there. There's also a Scantipede just chilling because he knows this is where the action is going to be. Oh no, the drone scouts everything and manages to somehow get away with his life, although there's really not a lot that Nova has right now. Oh, like just now spawning Zerglings, and so these Zerglings of EG Strifecrow are going to be trying to get some drone kills. Looks like he does have a favorable surround at the moment. Couple of SCVs going to join the fray. Marine lagging behind finally gets in there, and it looks like Nova may actually be in trouble. We have one Zealot on the way from Tosh who's going to be trying to help out his companion, and it looks like he may just barely hold. Yes, and he gets there just in time, the Zealot does, to do nothing. Doesn't even get a kill. Now he's going to run all the way back across and plug up this little lane again. There we go. No, never mind. He has a probe going to be holding down the fort like a boss till he gets back. So EG coming out extremely aggressive with that forward pylon. And look at this. Looks like he still has forward guys. Lots of Marines here now going to be sniping this Overlord. Is that going to supply block Nova? It looks like I lost control of his. Yes, it does supply block him. That is not the best thing ever. Just now starting an Overlord, so he's going to be supply blocked for a while. Metabolic boost almost done for him, and a Baneling nest is on the way. We have two more gateways for his teammate Tosh, but this is the real threat right now. Look at this. It looks like speed is actually done for Strifecrow slightly faster, and a lot of Marines going to be picking off this Queen. No, the Queen barely survives, but where are the Protoss reinforcements? There are not any reinforcements at all, which means it is a 2 versus 1 at this point in the base of Nova, getting absolutely torn apart. Queen goes down. The Baneling nest just now finishing, but it doesn't matter because Nova has absolutely nothing left, and now that he has no units, it looks like this hatchery is going to be under attack, and is he going to be able to kill the hatchery? You can see that there is nothing that Tosh has to send. He has one Zealot and one Sentry. Another Sentry just now joining, but not nearly enough, and they are not on the right side of the map at all. Down goes the hatchery, and Mouz is really in trouble here very early on in the game, as one of their players is pretty much out of the game. We go to the Units tab, we can see, is there anything he has? No, he can't even rebuild anything. He doesn't have any way to rebuild it. So, wow, nice little aggressive attack by EG. Yep, Mouz Nova does not have a base and is being revealed. Yes, indeed. Looks like he is going to be running around with just a couple of Zerglings that he has left. Meanwhile, Evo Chamber going down for Strifecrow. And what do we have for the Terran player? Looks like we have a missile turret being constructed. A lot of Marines. This barracks is still on the low ground. It is still building Marines. This barracks is actually putting on a tech lab because why move back when you can just, stay there? That's a terrible slogan. Why move back when you can just stay there? I crack myself up sometimes. Oh, at my stupidity. All right, so Strifecrow is in a very forward position here with these Zerglings, and he's just threatening an attack, keeping Tosh honest, as Tosh has a pretty good defensive line right here. Looks like he's going to be getting a pretty quick +1, and he may push out once that +1 is complete. But the thing is he needs to get something done quick because it's 2v1 at this point, and it's not going to get any easier for him. Looks like Strifecrow actually throwing down a Spore Crawler just so he doesn't die to any kind of shenanigans. Doesn't have a lot of drones and isn't really droning very much at all. Looks like he's going to go for a 1 base, getting that lair now. Still a lot of Zerglings in the middle of the map, but Tosh has moved out somewhat, maybe just a little bit. Looks like going to be moving back now and reinforcing with another Zealot and just going to stay back. Does have 4 gates up, so Tosh is 4 gate and Blink is almost done. So 4 gate Blink coming out for Tosh with a +1, and meanwhile it looks like Axelov has added on a bunker, has a ton of Marines still, has Stim on the way, has +1 on the way, has some Marauders on the way, and a lot of Marines as well, getting that starport with the reactor almost done. So going to be getting out some medevacs, I would assume, and just continuing to pump the SCVs. So let's take a look at the units right now. We have 3 Overlords for Mouz Nova, who's pretty much out of the game. But in a 2v2, I should say this, that just because you're killed doesn't mean you're actually out of the game. And I'll explain what I mean, because you can actually control your teammates' characters. At this level of play, it's really not necessary, but at lower levels of play, if you're playing on the ladder, you're playing with a friend, definitely know that you can, there's a ability over here, a little option, it's not here on this replay, but if you look where my mouse is, top right, there's an ability you can click that says you can share unit control, so you can actually just focus on macroing, just focus on doing everything perfectly as far as macro goes and expanding, and your teammate can actually just control all your forces, so you don't have to worry about that. And usually that's a good way to try to get back in the game. So here we have Tosh going to be moving forward. Now that I just went off on a huge tangent there, I just want to let you know. Looks like Stim is not quite done yet, so Tosh is going to have a very slight timing when he's going to be able to do stuff. Oh no, that fake Zealot went down very, very quickly. And look at this, Axlev, nice force fields going down. It looks like these Zerglings not really going to be able to do much. They're actually attacking the Zealots, which is not who they want to be attacking. But it looks like these Stalkers need to be blinking back. Yes, he's doing a good job of blinking back, not losing too many, losing like 1 Stalker right now. This bunker is still up, and he needs to take this bunker down. It looks like Axlov will hold. There is a lot of Zerg death all over the place, though. Let's go back to the production tab so we can see what's going on. Looks like he is going to focus down. No, the bunker is still alive, although it is burning down. He might poke forward. Boom, and kills it. Does not get the salvage off. And oh, got to be careful, Marauder. Boom, Marauder gets killed pretty much free. But the medevac count is starting to, get higher and higher. And as the medevacs get done and as the stim pack is used, these bio can just get so scary. But I mean, great job by Toss blinking back. Look at this, not losing almost anything, doing so much damage. And here comes out Strife Crow, gonna be, oh, that was a money fungal, but still not getting any kill. Oh man, that Stalker has 7 health. Now blinking forward, going to be taking out a missile turret. Yes, indeed. And now he's going to be moving up into the main of Strife Crow. Going to be focusing on this Infestor. The Infestor gets off the fungal. Nicely done there. But now Tosh is in a pretty good position, so he could definitely get some damage done. But look at this. Coming up the ramp, we have a whole bunch of SCVs and a few Marines and Marauders as they desperately try to just hold on and let Strife Crow get some units out. He has so many larvae, but he doesn't really have an economy to support it. So although he's staying up on his larva injects, he just doesn't have any money because he went so aggressive so early and sacrificed that econ to do so. Did manage to kill the opponent, or one of the opponents, but left him at a severe economic disadvantage. Blinks going on all over the place, but these medevacs are doing a great job, and nice job with that fungal as well. Going to be focusing down a couple more units, but Tosh not out of this yet. Going to be pushing forward and trying to get some damage done. You can see Tosh actually has more supply than Axlov and way more than Strife Crow. So Tosh not out of this yet. Going to be focusing down the supply depot. Killing that supply depot is not going to supply block. And there's the defensive blink backwards, forcing a stim, it looks like, and then going to be running back. And a lot of these SCVs are actually being used aggressively, or I should say defensively, as military units by Axlov as he tries to stay alive. Now it looks like Tosh going to be bouncing back in to the main of Strife Crow as he tries to come back from a 1-2 deficit. And here comes the flank again. Axlov trapping these Stalkers, or trapping them as much as he possibly can, but guess what? They have blink. We already knew that. But now Axlov is reminded yet again. There's the stim. More Stalkers just being, ran in and warped in and all kinds of stuff. But look at these great fungals going down. Absolutely fantastic fungals. And, oh, missed with that fungal there. Nicely done by Tosh, blinking out right at the last minute. But a lot of these Stalkers are low on health, and a lot of them are low on shields. And he's going to be running up here. And, oh, look at that fungal. Wow, that was such a good fungal. Is he going to get another one? It looks like, no, he's not. There's the blink, but he already lost a couple. And Marines and Marauders are starting to accumulate. Now it looks like Axlov is up at 51. And it looks like there is only 47 for Tosh. So Axlov is actually ahead of Tosh just one-on-one. And look at this. So many Infestors coming out for Strife Crow, who's up at 30 supply now. and Tosh is going to try to micro back and try to get this done. But there he goes. He's going to go ahead and leave the game. He valiantly tried to fight back from a huge deficit, was not able to pull it off, but went down swinging. So good job to him. That was a little bit shorter of a game, but pretty cool. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please, as always, leave comments. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. And if you have a cool, killer 2v2 strat, go ahead and post in the comments for everybody to see. And then hopefully you don't go up against it in the ladder and lose. But, you know, just so we can kind of sharpen each other and get each other in fighting shape for the ladder. All right, guys, this is Squiggle. See you later.